How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with a re-review. I don't do re-reviews a ton, but it's been a while since I've had King Titus from Maine Brewing Company. I reviewed this probably about 2.5 years ago, and I haven't had one since. And lo and behold, I get a beer mail from Massachusetts from Josh, and this is in there. And I'm like, I've already had this, but then I'm like, wait a minute, I could re-review it. It's been a while, so I'm kind of excited. As far as what it says in here, Maine Beer Company, Freeport, Maine, King Titus Porter, do what's right. Drink this beer fresh. Bottle condition, pour carefully. On the back here, this goes into what the beer is named after. Excuse me. It says, thank you for drinking our beer. Titus was a wonderful, bold silverback gorilla who led with his heart. The Diane Fossey Gorilla Fund studies and protects these magnificent animals on the Virunga volcano mountain range in Rwanda. Maine Beer Company proudly supports their efforts. Blah, 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 blah. And this was bottled in December 4th, 2000. No, wait. Oh, it's a Best Buy. Okay. I was reading that wrong. It's a bottle on date. It's hard reading numbers. It's January 24th, 2018 is when it was bottled. So it's not that old. It's about a month and a half old, 2 months old, which I honestly, I think is pretty new. So label-wise, right? It's got a gorilla on it. What do you want? It's white label. I kind of dig Maine's labeling, styling, the whole nine. It's very kind of classy nondescript. So yeah, diving into something that I'm going to give us, I know this is going to have a huge head on it, so I got to give it a legit pour so you motherfuckers don't get angry. And honestly, I can only sniff so much foam. There we go. A little bit too big of a head, but what are you going to do? In finger and a half, almost 2 fingers of what, just south of where I like my coffee to look like color-wise. Give it a creaminess. Pretty tight, compact bubbles, and she's dark. She's a big stout. You know, what is it? 7, what did I say? Did I say the ABV 7 and change, I believe? 7.5%. She looks tasty, inviting, rich. She looks mixed stouty. McPorter. Yeah, McPorter, not mixed stouty. Get a nose. Rich roasted malts with a bit of coffee vibes going on. There's a little bit of creaminess in there, like a touch of lactose. I know it's in there, but it's more of an oaty kind of, if not oats, then this kind of that bit of creaminess you get from some stouts when they're brewed. Nice sweetness to it. A little bit of bittering from that roasted malt. It just smells nice. It smells chuggable. Smells drinkable. It smells balanced. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's dangerous. Getting a bit of that metallic astringency I can get sometimes from darker beers, especially porters. Very minimal, overlookable, but it's definitely there. The coffee component on this is pretty big. Just the way those roasted malts work, it's definitely giving me like coffee vibes. Like an old school kind of bittering kind of coffee vibe to it too. Nice richness to it. A little bit of soft, dark baker's chocolate maybe. Nice creamy body. Tasty, delicious, quintessential. Textbook porter. A little bit bigger, maybe a little bit more robust, 7.5%. You know, textbook, you're probably looking at a little bit smaller than that. But she's tasty. She's chuggable, dangerous. Then you could drink like 5 of these and no problem, and then wake up in a dumpster in Cincinnati, or where was it? You wake up in a dumpster in Virunga, in a volcano, a mountain in Rwanda. You can end up there. You know, they have dumpsters there, I'm sure. And yeah, it's tasty, it's delicious. I like it. It's what Maine does. And I mean that not in a negative way. I mean that in a positive way. They just make good beer, and they don't fuck around. And they just make good, classic, you know, newer school stuff, but they just have this kind of, I don't want to say homebrewery BJCP nerdy thing, but it's very true style stuff, and they nail it so well. Like I said, the only negative I would say about the beer is that little bit of that metallic astringency thing that I personally am super sensitive to. So if it's overlookable for me, it's almost guaranteed that you either won't taste it or it's kind of going to be overlookable for you. And just, it's, you know, like I said, if you want the quintessential kind of porter, if you want to kind of have a litmus test or a kind of, you know, what do they call that in science? When you start off, control. If you want to have a control for where you think porter should be, I think this is one of the best, and one of the better made, true to style, and that does not suck. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better porters, base porters I've had as of late. Yeah, it's one of the best, top of the best. Maybe not, but it's worthy of being in the conversation. Value and availability. We actually can get this around me every now and then, so it's not that bad. Usually it's like $5-6 a bottle, which I don't think is that bad, and leave you with, if you like what, will you like this? If you just like porters, or like I said, if you really want to get a baseline and know what, you know, classic well done porter is, you know, nothing too overly sweet, nothing too overly bittering, balanced, made well, has that nice, perfect, creamy porter kind of body to it. This is going to be the jam. You got to pick it up, and you know, some of the money goes to a good cause, and that does not suck. So there you go, another review in the books. Down there, if you want to talk about it, type Massive Beers into Google. If you want to check me out doing other social media crazy stuff, type in Beer Massive into Google or your favorite podcasting app to see me doing the podcasting stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully I'm enjoying a nice porter right now, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.